Most of your life, you've been trying to explain yourself, to be understood, to be seen clearly, without distortion, without misinterpretation, without judgment. But what if I told you, you weren't meant to be fully understood? Not by your parents, not by your friends, not even by the person who loves you the most. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. The deepest parts of you are untranslatable. No matter how carefully you articulate your thoughts, no matter how vulnerable you are with your pain, no matter how long someone stares into your eyes looking for your soul, they will only ever see fragments, tiny, refracted glimpses of who you are. And that's not because you're broken. It's because you are a mystery, even to yourself. We live in a culture obsessed with identity. We want labels. We want definitions. We want to package our entire being into a neat sentence we can write on a bio or whisper to someone on a first date. But the soul doesn't work like that. You are not a brand. You are not a personality type. You are not a fixed story. You are a constantly shifting, endlessly layered paradox. And to be fully understood would require someone to live every second of your life with your eyes, your wounds, your hopes, and your buried fears. That's impossible. So what does this mean? Should we stop trying to connect? Should we give up on intimacy and go silent? No. But it does mean that true peace comes from this: accepting that your solitude is sacred, that there is a place inside you no one else can enter, a room that only you can sit in, a silence that no other voice can fill. And that's not loneliness. That's the ground of your authenticity. The ones who suffer most are often the ones who keep trying to be decoded. They explain and explain, hoping someone will say, "Ah, I get it now." But when the world misunderstands them, they shrink. They think, maybe I'm too much. Maybe I don't belong anywhere. Maybe I should stop being so different. But no, you are not too anything. You are just untranslated. And maybe you always will be. In fact, some of the wisest souls in history, mystics, poets, artists, were never fully understood in their time. They were called strange, difficult, abstract, even mad, because they carried truths that language couldn't quite hold. They felt things most people couldn't access. They saw things beyond the map of ordinary perception. And yet, they kept creating. They kept writing. They kept dreaming, not to be understood, but to honor the mystery they carried inside. You see, there is a kind of liberation in surrendering the need to be fully seen. It frees you. It unchains your voice from performance. It untangles your worth from recognition. It allows you to sit in your own silence and whisper, even if they never get it, I will still be me. The goal is not to be understood by many. The goal is to be deeply authentic, even if that authenticity is misunderstood by all. And if, in your life, you meet just one person, one soul who sees even a glimpse of your essence and loves you anyway, that is a miracle. But it's not required, because the most important person who must understand you is you. So stop waiting for the world to reflect you back perfectly. Stop trying to explain yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you. And stop thinking that being unseen means being unworthy. Your depth is not a flaw. Your mystery is not a mistake. It is your greatest power. And it's not meant to be explained, only lived. And in living it, without apology or performance, you become something rare. Not someone who demands to be understood, but someone who radiates truth, even in silence. You become the kind of person who doesn't chase belonging in rooms that shrink your spirit, who doesn't bend just to be accepted, who no longer fears being invisible because you have finally seen yourself. And that is enough. So let the world misread you. Let them call you complicated, strange, or distant. Smile gently and carry on. Because those who walk the deepest paths rarely travel with a crowd. They walk with their own shadow, their own knowing, and the quiet, steady rhythm of a soul that never needed to be simplified. You were never meant to be understood. You were meant to be real.
If this made you pause, if you're drawn to deeper truths and quiet strength, then you're in the right place. Like, subscribe, and keep exploring with us. See you in the next one.